Good morning, everyone. This is Julie McDonald with Microcom Technologies, and I'd like to thank all of you for attending today's webinar with TP-Link. Today's host is Vincent Tu, and he is their Senior Product Manager and will be presenting today. If anyone has any questions, please submit them in the question box, and Vincent will answer them at the end of today's presentation. Vincent, thank you so much for being with us today. I am finished for now. Please go ahead and take it on over.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you everyone to having me today to update the information about the enterprise solution from the TP-Link. My name is Vincent Tu. I'm the Senior Product Manager from TP-Link and mainly focus on the enterprise product solutions. Today, I'm going to show you the latest SMP product update, especially for the MSP and enterprise network installers. And we're going to start with the introducing again what kind of partner that TP-Link is and how can we keep our promise and which direction we're going forward. Next, I'm going to introduce our ISP and enterprise product lines, so you will have a better understanding on what choices you have. You may prefer the ISP solution in some projects and the enterprise solution to the others. I will show the keywords that you should enter for the search if you need more detailed information. And then I will detail product update in the Omada Enterprise solution that you can plan with your 2022 projects. So let's begin. So starting from, it is quite a while that the supply chain is having so many challenges, starting from the tariff in the end of the 2019 that there, and together with the pandemic and almost at the same period of time that we have to deal with the separation. We have to deal the higher percentage of the import cost, and then because of the isolation, because of the quarantine, that most of us experience the logistics issue. Either it's a sea shipment or the inland shipments. And starting from the 2022, and there is a material shortage, and it makes the production line even worse. And today, that we have to face for the inflation. All the challenges are testing our wisdom or the capability of the planning. It is not easy to do the business in this tough time. And TP-Link is probably define ourselves as the reliable supply, even though there are so many challenges. And we are probably saying that we did to be the reliable supply, and we're going to be the reliable supply. And how we do it, and we use the smart planning to be the reliable supply. With the tariffs beginning, that we start to branching out our manufacturing facility from China to Vietnam, and not only one manufacturing location, but many in China and Vietnam. So we do have distributed manufacturing facilities, and it benefits for the tariff to resolve the tariff issue as well. That if there's a pandemic in some regions, that we do have the other solution to do the product. And for the logistics that we flexible redirect the sea shipment from the best port and for the lower wait time. We used to use the the major ports for the distribution, but we can flexible finding some better port that with the similar cost and faster speed. And for some key customers, we also utilize the air shipment for some key deliveries. That is the promise we made to the customer to be the reliable supply, and we're doing everything that we can to, to make our business survive. And facing up the material shortage, that we leverage our buying power as the worldwide #1 Wi-Fi vendor and smartly allocate the limited resources to make sure every key project has the continuous supply. So just rephrasing that, we do focus on reliably smart solutions. We want to be the reliable uh, vendor to you, partner to you, and we want to execute in a smart way. And I'm proud to tell you that we just announced that we are the #1 wireless manufacturer over the world for the past 11 years. Not one season, not 1 year, but the whole 11 years. We have the 17.8 global market share. This data is backed by the IDC, and we have this position means that the customer is satisfied of our product, as well that we are the most vendor in the wireless Wi-Fi devices manufacturing, and we do have the buying power to allocate a good amount of the resources, either it's a silicon or the other parts, that to fulfill the different need in our channels. And as most of you knows that TP-Link product doesn't cost much, and we do it with the good quality, and by doing the vertical integration to our supply chain. We now have the antenna manufacturer, housing manufacturer, metal part manufacturing, adapter manufacturing, everything but the chipset. We don't make the chipset. We do everything else to do our product. So not only the cost can be controlled, but that we can do the flexible planning when there's a bottleneck. And just like the example, we can move in very fast a whole supply chain from China to Vietnam to deal with the situation within a couple months. And it is a whole supply chain, not just one single manufacturer. And we can do it and to support our role to provide the reliable supply to you. And because we control most of the production process, our product quality can be guaranteed. And in the last 10 years, our return rate is less than 1%. It was the proof fact that we can do it good. And with that confidence that we provide most of our business product with lifetime warranty, and not only we guarantee we deliver the product on time, deliver the quality product, we also provide the support on the pricing. So don't forget that you do have the partner program. You can buy the product through Microcom and still enjoy the partner program from TP-Link. We are this is the role that we're playing right now to be the reliable partner. And going forward, that we're not going we are going to maintain to be the reliable vendor, but also that we used to get into the market when the market is matured, and either is in 11N, either is in the 11AC Wi-Fi 5 era. And at this moment that we start to change our pace in from the major market into the earlier leaders. You can see right now that we in the major market we're leading ahead to the most major competitor. Today you can find the Wi-Fi 6E product in most of the Best Buy and the Costco, and there's no shortage. We can provide the product with quantity, as well as most of our other business products. That is our promise, and we're going to promise more. The Wi-Fi 6E is reusing the Wi-Fi 6 technology, but open up the 6 gigahertz bandwidth. So you have 59 more channel, 20 megahertz channel you can use. It's clean, so it can be more efficient. And with the Wi-Fi is in progressing, Wi-Fi 5 was rectified in 2019. Wi-Fi 6 was rectified in 2021. We used to follow up with the pace in supply whenever the standard is rectified, and we will provide the reliable product. And we're changing the strategy right now that we're going to be the leader group in Wi-Fi 7. The schedule for Wi-Fi 7, the rectify will be in 2024. And as usual, that the product will be available in the market in 2023. And we promise ourselves to you that we're going to be in the leader group for Wi-Fi 7. The Wi-Fi 7 has a much very, very good good feature, not only in the bandwidth, but also in some new features for better communications. TP-Link prepare detailed documentation in our website, so you can take a look on it. Let me see. Yeah, here. So if you visit the tplink.com and using the Wi-Fi 7, and you can see the Wi-Fi 7 introduction page. Not only the speed is faster than Wi-Fi 6, but also there's some lower latency, the better network capacity. To me, personally, I believe that the reusable resource units is more important, and much more important is the preamble puncturing. So in before the wireless, you can use 20, 80, 160, and in the future for the Wi-Fi 7, you can use 320 megahertz the bandwidth. But one of the channel or a couple of the channel are interference or occupied. You cannot use the whole bandwidth. And with the new preamble puncturing, you can still use the 320 megahertz bandwidth, even though some of the channel are occupied. It is amazing that we can push the speed very, very fast in Wi-Fi 7. And in the other hand, the multi-link operation is not new for us that we are having the Ethernet communications. In Ethernet communication, we do have the link aggregation. And this is the wireless, the link aggregation on the wireless. In before or for now, that we do have the dual band, tri-band router or the access points. You can choose either 5 gigahertz or 2.4 gigahertz, perform the communication one at a time. But with the multi-link operation, just like link aggregation, you can use the 6 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and the 2.4 gigahertz at the same time. There are bunch more information, and you can visit the website Wi-Fi tplink.com and Wi-Fi 7, and you can see all the details. Okay, going forward. Sorry. Okay. So the next section that I'm going to introduce our ISP solution and enterprise solution. TP-Link provides a different solution for the ISP and the enterprise. What is an ISP solution? Most of the time, the ISPs such as AT&T, Comcast, they do have the complex deployment in the wire area, on the street, to the central office, and to your home. And in the very early stage, that the home router was managed by the homeowner. But ISP want to help the total experience better, so they want to control the home router. And it has been a couple years that the home router is controlled by the ISP. And later on, they want to control not only the wireless router at home as a gateway, and they want to control more, provide more services, of course, with the permission from the homeowner, to control the camera and the door access, door lock at home. So you need to have the way to control everything, not only the gateway, but also inside the home. So for the ISP solution, is kind of flat network operation, as we are seeing right here. ISP directly connecting to the home, and ISP controlling the gateway and the devices connecting to the gateway. And we provide this solution as with the name is AgentNet. In the other hand, the Omada is more traditional products. It combines with the switch, router, and access point for the business, because in the business, in the enterprise, you're going to have the video networking, you're going to have the phone, you're going to have the Wi-Fi, you're going to have the data storage. It is more complex than in a home. You need a switch to support that. You have to have the multiple devices in one building. And Omada provide a center controller. We do have the software controller, hardware controller, or cloud controller. And in this example, this is the hardware controller to control everything, the switch, router, and wireless access point. So this is the enterprise solution. And there are some chances that, for example, for the MDU, you can see each of the apartment owner as a home. So you can use the ISP solution control centrally that to the home gateway and further control the home devices. Or you can use the enterprise solution. You can deploy the switch to each floor, to divide and conquer into the smaller area, and having the controller control everything. Either way can work. Just depends on your planning or project planning and the purpose of the business. So if you're the MSP, you can choose the ISP solution or the Omada solution. A little bit more detail on the ISP solution. the HNet. HNet was developing from the home router and home mesh system. We used to be very successful supplying the Archer Soho router and the Deco Soho mesh system. And because of the demand from the ISP, they want to control the home gateway, and we provide the Deco for ISP as a backplane to control the Deco devices. We reuse the popular Deco mesh system and providing the backend control to the ISP. In the other hand, the more traditional way to control the home gateway is using the TR69. You're going to use the ISP has to implement the auto configuration server ACS to control the routers. Some of the MSP, they don't want to hire some specialist to do the ACS, and they utilize the we pre-made cloud management system, so they can just subscribe and use that. And that is the benefit over the TR69 to the Deco. And with the latest technology improvements, people are asking for more compatibilities. And there are more demand for the mesh compatibility. Today, different mesh cannot talk to each other. The Deco mesh cannot talk with Eero cannot talk with Netgear, etc. All the mesh systems are different. And Wi-Fi forum, they propose the easy mesh to standardize the mesh system, and we are going to open up our system to be the Wi-Fi easy mesh system as well. So you can easily integrate the different solution from different vendor at your home or in your solution. And from the broadband forum side, that they did provide a very successful TR69 management, and today they propose the TR369. It is similar to the backend control like a Deco ISP. And the difference between the TR369 and the Deco ISP is that Deco ISP is developed by TP-Link, is proprietary, and TR369 is a standard one. It provides the zero-touch provisioning. It provides the installation insight for the connections, and it provides the open API. So you can play with it, or you can integrate with any standard product in the future. So that is the ISP solution that we provide. Next one is the Omada SDN. We talk about the Omada SDN many times. That if you are not familiar with the Omada SDN, you can visit our website. It's tplink.com and Omada-SDN. So on the website or visiting the tplink.com, you can go to business and Omada, and you can go to the page. And we do have a video that showing you the introduction of the Omada, and we do have the presentation here. And what it is a center controlled wireless and wire system, wire networking system. It is good for hospitality, education, retail, office, and catering. And here's the benefit. And zero-touch provisioning is for the cloud controller. We provide the AI-driven technology for the troubleshooting. and you can assign a different level of the management for the administrator and the store owner, so the store owner can see the situation but not messing up with the network. And in the early of this year, that we provide the Wi-Fi heat map simulator on the controller. Be remembered that we provide a cloud-based, software-based, and hardware-based controller. For the software-based controller, it is free download. You can download it today on your computer, doing the simulation without any purchase. You can install the virtual EAP from TP-Link and planning for the virtual wall on the heat map simulator and see how the wireless is going to deploy in your apartment or in your business. And so you can have a better idea where and how many access points you're going to have in your project. It is easy. We improve the statistics for your easier access, and you can access through the web GUI or the phone app. And you can also set up the reporting so the system can send you an email with all the report weekly, monthly, without you touching the controller. So please go to this page to see all the detail that if you're not familiar with the Omada. Sorry. Okay. So for the product update, oopsie. Sorry. Navigation. Okay. So for the product update, we do provide a series 8 models of the Wi-Fi 6 today, ceiling mount, in-wall, and outdoor. And in the coming 2022 models, we provide 3 additional. One is the in-wall AX3000, one is the outdoor AX3000, and one is the Wi-Fi 6E AXE 11,000 access point. And we do have the router coming up. That is the 10 gigabit router, and it is just around the corner. It is going to be available in August or September. It is a 10 gigabit router, and it still provide a load balance and SSL VPN, and it including the USB 2.0 LTE connection for the backup or the mobility. And here is the list of all our products. You can see here that we have a whole series of the Wi-Fi 6. Until now, you can purchase any one of the 8 models. We have the 1800 2x2 and 660 4x4, and we do have the standard version, and we do have the high definition version. Standard version can connect up to 500 of the clients, and high definition can connect to thousands. And we do have the in-wall and outdoor. And as I mentioned, that we're going to provide the AX3000 for the in-wall and the outdoor models in the upcoming quarter. And in 2022, we're going to provide a 6E model as well. And as mentioned, that we promise to be the leader group providing the Wi-Fi 7. So you can see earlier 2023, we're going to provide the Wi-Fi 7 model. This is the EIP part. For the switch part, for the gigabit switch, we do have a bunch of the managed switch. This one is typically special. It is a 10100. It is good for the security network and being center controlled. And all the others are the gigabit switches. And we used to provide the 8-port, 24-port, and 48-port of the switch. And we don't provide a 16-port PoE switch. Now we're going to filling up the gap that we're going to provide the 16-port of the PoE switch. All the Wi-Fi 6 access point and all the switches are available today. We do have the inventory. If you have difficulty to find a wireless access point and switch somewhere else, ask the Microcom, and for the TP-Link, we do have the inventory. Going forward, that we're going to focus on the multi-gig deployment, not only the Wi-Fi 6E, but also the Wi-Fi 7. And to support the Wi-Fi 6E and the Wi-Fi 7, we do have to have the better infrastructure to support them. This one, the TLSX 3206, this one is the 10 gigabit PoE plus switch. This one is designed to support the 690E Wi-Fi 6E access point. It's going to be available very soon, and in August or September. And other than that, we do have a series of the 2.5 gig switches. Nowadays, it is available for 8-port, and we're going to provide a 16-port and 24-port PoE and non-PoE 2.5 gigabit switch. And all of them can be controlled by the Omada controller, so it can just very easy to deploy and control, monitor and control them. For the fiber switches that today you can have the 8-port and 16-port of the 10 gig, the SFP plus. And from the market feedback that a lot of people still want to have the 24-port of the fiber switch. So we're going to have a new product that has the 20-port of the SFP, 4-port of the SFP plus, and 4-port of the gigabit Ethernet port. And as mentioned, we're going to support a multi-gig networking, and 8411 will be the 10 gigabit router, supporting the better network throughput as well as more VPN connecting through the router. Most of our product has the SFP for the fiber connection or the connection in between the switches. So for the accessory, you can see that we have all the basic SFP device modules that you can use. It has the direct access cable. There are SFP to Ethernet transceiver, so you can convert the SFP fiber port into the additional Ethernet port. We do provide the fiber module in the single mode, multi-mode, and WDM. With the WDM fiber module, you can use a single fiber for 2 direction. Compared to traditional, you have to use the single fiber for each direction. So therefore, you have to use 2 fiber for either single mode or multi-mode communications. And this is the table that lists everything. It's different product, good for the different distance. This 1 meter and 3 meter is just on the same rack, connecting the different SFP 10 gigabit ports. We do have the copper translation ports for the SM331T and 5310T. That is a gigabit and 10 gigabit transceiver that can convert the SFP port to the copper to easier to use. And everything else are the fibers for the short distance and longer distance. So that's the update for recently for the Omada and for the ISP. So if you have any question, please let me know. And back to Judy.
Thank you, Vincent, very much for that wonderful presentation and all of that information. And firstly, thank you so much for explaining everything about how TP-Link is dealing with supply chain solutions and all of the different things that you do to make sure your product is available and gets shipped and gets to all the customers who need your product. That was wonderful, because a lot of times we ask about that and you just cleared it right up from the beginning. Next,
Yes.
I'm going to take some, yes, thank you so much. And the how much market share TP-Link has, you talked about that. So that was very good. Congratulations on that. Questions from the audience. Let's see. The first one. Are all of your TP-Link products, will they support Wi-Fi 7 in the near future?
Yes. Well, we used to be the major group of early major or late major to in the market to launch the product, and we promised ourselves we're going to be in the leader group starting from Wi-Fi 6E and from the Wi-Fi 7. So starting from, we do have the plan right now, and starting from early next year, 2023, whenever the chipset is available, we guarantee that we're going to be the leader group supplying the Wi-Fi 7.
Excellent, thank you. And the next question is sort of regarding the same thing. Currently, are all of TP-Link's devices, do they all support Wi-Fi 6 right now?
We do have the traditional Wi-Fi 5 and even the Wi-Fi 4, the 11N products, especially in Omada. And we do focus, we make our major focus on Wi-Fi 7 because it is the technology today and tomorrow. And we provide, right as mentioned, as right now, we provide a model and we have some more models upcoming. Join us.
Thank you so much, Vincent. Next question here for you. Regarding Aginet, did I say that correctly?
Aginet, yes.
Aginet. Okay. Is this a paid subscription-based software?
Yes, it is a subscription-based, and most of our the ISP, they charge to their customer for the network maintenance as well. And in most cases, our subscription fee can make profits for the ISP when they charge to their customer.
Thank you so much. Next question for you regarding Aginet as well. Are all of your consumer products, or do all of your consumer products support Aginet?
No, although that you're going to look similar, for example, for the deco, but the deco from the retail store is not the Aginet product, and we reuse the same hardware, but you have to sell it through the ISP, and then it becomes part of the Aginet. So it sometimes it will look the same, but they're different products. One is through the e-com or the retail store. One is through the ISP. They're different.
Thank you so much for that information, Vincent. Next question here. Will you be able to push firmware updates and other configurations on Aginet?
Yes, that is one of the major feature that Aginet has, either through the TR69 or through the Deco for ISP today. We can push the firmware to the home gateway or even the mesh inside.
Thank you, Vincent. Next question here for you. As you mentioned, going to the TP-Link website where you can find information on just about everything and all the products and information on Wi-Fi 7, which is excellent to look at and to learn about.
Yes.
If someone goes to your website, can we find technical support information and contacts?
Okay, so it is very early stage for the Wi-Fi 7. We want to, because we're doing the project, we want to foresee the next couple months or 6 months or even more. So we provide this kind of information to you, simply saying that Wi-Fi 6 is now and Wi-Fi 7 is next. Not that today is still Wi-Fi 5 and Wi-Fi 6 maybe tomorrow or Wi-Fi 7 is in the sky. That is not the case. Today is Wi-Fi 6 and we're going to have the Wi-Fi 7. In early 2023, of course, Wi-Fi 7 will be for the innovation or early adapter group and is going to mature in 2024.
Vincent, thank you so much for answering all of those questions for us today. And also thank you to everyone for attending our webinar. And if anyone has any further questions, of course, please feel free to contact your sales rep or email us at sales@microcomtech.com. And if you wish to view any of the products mentioned or shown here today, you will be able to visit our website at www.microcom.us. Please remember, this webinar presentation has been recorded and will be uploaded to our Microcom YouTube channel so you can view it again. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Vincent, thank you so much for your time and all of the information you shared with us today. Everybody, have a fantastic day.
Thank you very much, Judy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Vincent.